Rajma, the kidney beans. In south of India, they don't eat so much, but in the north of India, and especially when I was in US, Mexicans, they love this Rajma. And they make various kinds. Pretty much any recipe you take, they do it. So first, let's see some awesome lunchbox ideas with Rajma. Namaste, Assalamu alaikum, Sat Sri Akal. Welcome back to another session with your Vahchef at whatever.com. And today, first, let's learn how to make Aloo Gobi Rajma. We're going to just stir fry and it's going to be so tasty and great for lunchbox. For making this recipe, first add some oil in the pan. We're going to add the whole spices. If you want, you can also crush them and add, a little bit of cumin seeds, little bit of fennel, little bit of methi dana also gives a very nice taste. We're going to add the chilli flakes. In this, add some chopped ginger, some chopped garlic, slice onion. This onion has to be slightly colored by adding a little bit of salt. That will help really good. When the onions are getting golden, add pieces of boiled potato, add the cauliflower, add the kidney beans also with some moisture. Not too much, but we're going to have this. This much should be good enough. A little bit of Rajma masala in this will give a great taste. Add a little bit of chopped tomato, lots of coriander leaf. This recipe is very simple, very, very tasty. A fantastic, beautiful sabji is ready. The onions brown with lot of flavor and these potatoes and the Rajma will be super tasty. Let me serve this. Very simple yet very tasty Aloo Gobi Rajma is ready. This is fantastic when you want to eat it with rice or even with roti. This is even more better. This kind of suka sabji is especially good for roti and all that. The gobi, the aloo, everything. With the same ingredients pretty much, I'm going to make a gravy with Aloo Gobi Rajma. You must be wondering how I made that Rajma masala for the recipe. So I'm going to show you first how to make the Rajma masala. First we're going to dry roast these ingredients. In a pan, we're going to add coriander seeds. In this, we're going to use a lot of Kashmiri chilli. Very little of peppercorns, not much, very little. Cumin seeds, bay leaf, cinnamon stick, very little of clove, 1 black cardamom, little bit of nutmeg. The mace should also be little, otherwise it will add bitterness. In this dry ginger, add some pomegranate seeds. All this will give a very nice flavor to the Rajma masala. On a very low heat, roast them to get the best aroma out, and we're going to make the powder of it. There was a time in 5-star hotels we used to make masalas for all the curries. But nowadays, even they are using the industrial pack of masalas. So, at home, I want to be a little more cautious and use the best of the best masalas. It is very easy to make these masalas, so why not? Transfer these masalas into a blender and make them into a fine powder. I do not have dry amchur, I am used to use a little bit of amchur powder also. The best masala can only be made at home, and you can always adjust the spice levels, everything as per your requirement. Now we have the Rajma masala ready. So let's go ahead and make this Aloo Gobi Rajma but in the gravy form. For this, in the pan, add some oil, a little bit of cumin seeds. And when I did the Rajma masala curry, I added the onion paste, but here I'm going to add the onions itself, but they are finely cut so that they become very nice gravy. Add salt, saute the onions till they are slightly brown in color. When the onions are getting slightly golden, I'm going to add pinch of hing, some ginger garlic paste. Because the onions have got slightly brown, the gravy will be nice and silky. In this, add tomato puree. With the brown onions, we're going to let this tomato puree also cook, but we're going to add the Rajma masala, whatever we have made, into this. You want this masala to be nicely cooked and some of the oil needs to come. That means this will become nice and silky. So on the medium flame, let it cook for at least 4-5 minutes. The whole idea is to cook these tomatoes, onions and the masala in such a way that you get a nice silky, shiny curry. That's what we love in a Rajma curry. You can look at this, how nice and wonderful thick paste this has become. In this, we're going to add these are cubes of boiled potato and also the cauliflower. Cut them into smaller pieces or whatever size you want. In this, we're going to add the Rajma. And Rajma I have cooked till they have become nice and soft, almost, about to get mashed. Along with the Rajma, add the water. This water is what will make this very, very tasty. Now we're going to let this cook on a slow flame till the cauliflower and the potatoes are nicely cooked. So another 3-4 minutes of cooking, and in the meanwhile we'll adjust salt to taste. Salt is almost right. We're going to add butter a little later, just a little bit of kasuri methi powder. If you love it, you can add it, and that will give that extra aroma to this curry. I'm going to finish it off by adding a little bit of butter, some chopped coriander to it, and finish it off. Switch off the flame. In another 2 minutes, this will get even more silkiness, and this is ready to serve. Indian cooking is all about, you can make lunchbox recipe, you want to give it with rotis, you want suka sabji, you can make it, and the same ingredients with little quantities, little bit different, you can make it into a nice curry. And the next recipe is going to be like the way I used to enjoy in US along with my Mexican friends, and I'm going to make it good for our Indian taste bud. Beautiful gravy, the curry, the nice silkiness and the buttery flavor, everything along with this potato, cauliflower and all these vegetables. Wow, this is very, very, very super. Little bit of chopped coriander and perfect. The rajma, when you make it into a curry, it literally melts in your mouth, and the nice aroma, the silky texture, and with this potato and cauliflower, excellent with your rice. Right amount of tomato, the right amount of sourness just does the thing. Excellent and perfect. For the next recipe, I'm just going to put those cooked rajma beans in the blender. The leftover rajma, put in the blender, and in this, I prefer to add some butter, a little bit of salt, and make this into a coarse paste. Along with this butter will be super tasty. Let's make a nice roti roll with this. I'm going to make a nice sauce. For this, you can use the spicy chilies if you want it really spicy, and just burn these chilies till they get a little bit of color. In a blender, add these chilies, add garlic, add kind of green tomatoes if possible, add a little bit salt, some chopped coriander, and squeeze in a little bit of lime juice. Make a coarse sauce-like mixture with this. Chili and the green tomato kind of salsa. Is it like our own chutney kind of thing? Very nice, spicy chatpata. You can also add a little sugar to this and it will be super tasty. This is a magical rajma roti. Though Mexican is origin, I'm telling you, especially my Gujarati friends in US, they used to go crazy for this. And when I started eating it, I just started loving it. So let's make with a regular, chapati atta roti. For making this, we can take a simple roti, rajma paste, whatever is nice and ready. I love to add a little bit of extra. You can also add rice in this if you want. Spread like this. On top of this, usually you sprinkle some onion. This extra onion will be very tasty. Some chopped cilantro, that is coriander. Cheese. You can also add tomato and all of it, but I want to make it very simple. The sauce, whatever we made, the green chili salsa, make it spicy the way you want. All you need to do is wrap it and ready to eat. Watch another Wow Magic with Chef Mani. Regular chapati curry we eat all the time, but this one is just magical. Just as an evening snack or even as a meal, this is just fantastic. Make it, eat it, and I'm telling you, you will just fall in love with it. You have learned some awesome recipes, especially for your lunchbox. Keep eating. When you eat the best of the best food, keep saying "Vareva," because this is so yummy.